My name is Thomas Steele. I'm the attorney for the makers of the film that you're about to see, Showboat, 1988. This film originally contained several references to a film called Showboat and to a novel by the same name by Edna Ferber. When anyone heard about Showboat 1988, they sent letters and telegrams saying that their property rights in the original Showboat had suffered by virtue of this parody. This caused the distributor to drop the film and the cancellation of several showings. Now, the law of copyright infringement is extremely unclear. It says basically that a person making a parody can take no more from the original than is necessary to conjure up the image of that original. The problem is that a filmmaker seldom knows in advance how much the courts will say is necessary to conjure up the image of the original. If you cross that shadowy line, you can be liable for copyright infringement. The problem also is that the holders of the copyrights on films such as Showboat are ordinarily large corporations such as and a filmmaker can't afford to defend his right to parody in the face of the unlimited resources of those corporations. So the mere threat of a lawsuit can effectively silence a parody. The only way that the makers of this film could distribute it was by total censorship, removing all references to the earlier film Showboat, and thus avoiding further threats by... You will hear a bleep when you would have heard the word Showboat, or other Showboat-related references. A black X will appear when Showboat-related graphic material would have appeared, and subtitles will indicate material that has been deleted. The title will be changed to Showboat 1988, not the remake. As you'll hear the film describe itself, it's a musical comedy with the stench of death. As the film begins, you may just hear Paul Robeson singing that famous Showboat tune, Old Man.
Everyone is a star. Everyone. And I want to give them the chance to show it and to find out for themselves. I want them to write out their fantasies in celluloid. My producer thinks it's impossible. My assistant director thinks it's impossible. And the money men think that I'm out of my mind. That's what convinces me. Not only that it's possible, but that it's necessary.
You and me, we strive and sweat and strain. Bodies aching, racked with pain. Bend your knees and bow your head. you know that old man? That old man, he just keep rolling along. Old man, oh, old man, oh, old man, oh, old man, oh, old man, old man, old man, old man.
Hey, Ed.
Huh?
Lunch.
What?
It's lunchtime.
Oh, my God. I gotta get going. Oh. Wow.
What time are you off today?
What time am I off?
Yeah.
What day is it?
Find it?
Ricky's learned to like this ham, too. Of course, Noki the hog. Here, Squeak. Not you. Here. Yeah. Well, come off.
Oh, Dad, by the way, that letter you got from Kaiser Hospital, did that have the results of your examination?
Oh, yeah.
What were the results?
Negative. It was just what Dr. Owen and I both figured, you know. It was just a double check.
I am the executioner, a master at my craft, the executioner, one who knows where to make the cut, one who knows when to sever the self from the bones with one clean stroke. Each day just adds to the bone pile of ribs crushing. Give me one clean stroke. I am the executioner.
Mr. Nyland, aren't you leaving a little early?
I'm sorry.
Cut, 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 cut. Here's the head of my last victim. I'll show you what I did to him. I showed him how it cuts. I showed him how it cuts. I showed him how it cuts. There was another one. I showed him.
So, that's the story. And the doctor isn't sure how long it'll go. I know it's very inconvenient for me to leave right now, but it's awfully inconvenient to get news like that.
Oh,
So, I'll take this instead of the watch.
Okay, George is going to exhibit her tattoo for us here and everything now. If we can possibly get this around here and everything, yes. Could you possibly zoom in on that a little bit, George, and everything there? This is an actual autographed tattoo by Lyle Tuttle here and everything. You can see it says L-Y-L-E, T-U-T-T-L-E, Lyle Tuttle. This is one of the few autographed tattoos here and everything. All right. No, we mustn't have any defamatory. All right. Go ahead on, fellas and everything. Okay.
How come you're home so early from the library?
I had a CT day. That took half day off. So,
I'm looking through these old scrapbooks.
You are?
Yeah, bring back memories of old times.
My sister Ann is 10 years older than I, and she always, I guess, had great hopes for me, you know, that I would become something. So in 1932, I entered the University of California as a pre-medical student, and I did well, and I was accepted to the medical school. And I guess that's when I kind of started falling apart, because I lost my desire to be a physician. My sister was disappointed that I didn't go into medical school. It was partially financial, too. This was during the Depression, the 1930s, when, for instance, I had to borrow $25 for my registration fee. That was the total registration fee, and I had to borrow that and pay it off little by little. So the going to medical school was $100, and I couldn't quite make it at that time. Turned out that I had a relative who said, "Why didn't you borrow the money from me?" I'd never thought of that. And unfortunately, my family had this kind of gloomy, pessimistic view. They would try only up to a certain point. And I kind of learned that, so that when you got to a certain point and there was defeat, you didn't try any harder. You just simply said, "Oh, well, that's my fate."
You're going camping again?
Yeah.
You just went camping 10 days ago.
Yeah, I know. Well, I felt like going, and I'm going to go alone. You want the TV on?
Oh, yes, okay.
Okay. What channel?
Oh, I guess 9.
Auditions for a new film, 1988, a remake of the stage and film classic using acts that are today, not an imitation of the past. He has a $10,000 grant to create what he says will be a 5 or maybe 7-hour film. The stars will be these people unmasking themselves. They will not get rich, there is no pay involved, but it will be their big chance to make magic on the silver screen.
I'll make it up to you.
What are you doing, Ed? What are you doing?
I finally found you. We're going to make the great movie.
Same old con, huh, Ed?
No, Con, I got the money.
What money?
For the movie, the great movie.
What movie? Oh, what movie? What fucking movie?
1988!
done it?
Describe it to him.
Well, since the record player broke down and couldn't play what I was going to dance to, I would have to describe that. Just direct spirit called down on emergency.
Rick Spirit called down on emergency. That's a pretty existential title there, Jerry. Where did you get that title from?
Well, I'm putting that into words as best as I can.
Very good.
So,
that's the words that came to you about your act.
That's right.
How long has it taken you to develop this act?
Well, it took about 24 years for me to strip off a lot of layers, of trips and images that I felt I had to go through.
This is like a culmination of 24 years. Like, are you 24?
Yeah.
All right. So this is like you at 24.
Yeah, deciding that I want to do something that hasn't been handed and produced for me, you know.
All right.
My name is Daryl Wagner.
Now, what are we?
I'm going to dance for you.
I can't keep handing these guys this shit. I mean, they laugh in my face. Either you get big names or you forget it.
I don't want big names. I don't want Zanuck. I don't want Betty Davis. Hollywood would poison this film. I want a sidewalk.
Ed, do you want to make a movie? Or do you want to stay in this ridiculous suite until they throw us out? Look, I've got $6. Do you want it? That won't even pay for breakfast. You're making a movie, Ed.
Skip, we've got $10,000. Dick and I are going to pick it up tomorrow morning.
Where, Ed?
I want a film that comes out of America. A film America gives to itself instead of buying a prefab from Hollywood. I want to give the means of production of images back to the people.
I'd like to thank you for your patience. Now, we've set this up because this is a historic moment. I'd like to introduce the man who has given us and has provided most of the money for this production, the producer, Skip Covington. Thank you, Skip. Then the man who has done a lot of the dirty desk work, kind of the hatchet work, and this is a person that I have to rely upon. And this is Dick Richardson, the assistant director.
So you're the big voice.
Yeah.
How's it feel?
Feels pretty good. I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed in the talent that we've seen so far, but...
Here's my card. Here's my card.
Well, I don't have anything to do with this. Could you take it to the stage manager? He's right over there.
Who's that? Is somebody that's late?
Yeah, he's late. We had a lot of that around here. We've had a lot of trouble with the numbers and keeping them in style.
Skip, what was that?
Oh, some guy had a card. He didn't know what to do.
Well, did you...
Oh, here, yeah, that's the same one.
Okay.
Something's going on.
Testing. Good evening. Sorry about that. My name is Bruce Perry, and I'm going to do some sound effects for you.
Wait a minute. What is this? The Ed Sullivan Show? Could you,
Skip.
On our show, right here on our stage, we have with us from Oakland, California, the entire cast and crew of
Oh, ladies and gentlemen. It's a fabulous scene.
Wait a minute, wait. I don't think you quite understand what's going on here.
Skip.
Could you do something,
We had an
you do
agreement.
sound effects.
We had an
If you
agreement
have-
about this.
Wait a minute.
We
you do
talked
sound
about this
effects,
already.
Could you,
It's a sidewalk show. They
do
come
something.
in.
We don't want an introduction.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I grew up in the 50s, so I was raised with radio, right? We didn't have a television, so I had all of those great little things to listen to, all of those imaginary sounds in the background, little things like, oh, Mr. Benny. And Benny would go, Mr. Ritzel. And it was always great when
This
a
is
guy
upsetting.
inevitably
It's upsetting for me, yes, because as far as I can see, we can't use this man, and
Skip, cool it. Cool it.
I want to buy a can of beans here at 35 cents. I think you get
Well, what are you really looking for?
Flavor.
How did you get into the theatrical field in the first place?
Why don't you take it easy?
Skip.
Well, you won't
Skip,
believe
skip.
this, but I used to make sound effects with my mother. Really, we used to sit in the kitchen, and we didn't have too many modern appliances, so I would imitate things like garbage disposal.
I think this is one of the most honest acts we've seen tonight. And yet the producer and the director both feel uptight. What's the
Come on. Just give him a chance, let him roll, and then...
well, I'll tell you what's wrong with me is that we're spending my money, and you've got all this shit on the stage that we can't even use.
You don't have to have him in the show like that. We can cut him out. That's the whole thing. We agreed upon that.
All right. Okay, let's just listen then and see what happens. In a movie, even more than a play, you have to think about cost because you've got to think about film and crew and settings like what this hall is costing us, and you've got to think about all those things, and you've got to also think about the fact that you've got very little time to do it in, very little time.
So you're prostituting your own creativity, your own hopes and desires in a 20th century model, economic model. So you, in fact, are as much a victim as the people on stage. You're frustrated. You're looking for something. Everyone on stage is looking for something. When will the two images combine?
I want to make the movie, and I got to get at least $10,000, $15,000. So I don't know how to get it.
Get it from the bank.
The bank. So how do I do that?
Get it from the bank. Use your house and get it from the bank.
How?
Get a loan.
The house? Oh my God, that would be a mess.
What the hell are you? What are you worried about? What are you worried about?
But don't you understand those setup? My sister and I are co-owners.
No, if you really want to do this,
co-owners.
Ed, don't worry about that.
If she ever finds out, my God, that'll just blow the whole thing.
If she finds
I
out,
can't do that.
If she finds out
Jesus.
after the movie, it's okay. Just
Fine.
don't worry about those things.
Yeah,
Just,
but
do you have the deed?
I go to the bank, right?
Do you hold the deed?
Well, I can get it. I got
Okay.
it, yeah.
Get
so
the
I
deed?
sign it, and then what do I do?
No, we'll take care of that. We'll work that out.
You should just lay
The Y is all wrong.
I didn't hear.
Why? No.
Huh? Second page.
Hey, man, do you want anyone to believe this or not? I mean,
What are you getting for this? $100?
I don't know. I
Need
couldn't
$100?
think. I need to get
$100,
this
huh?
right.
Here.
No. It won't work, Dick.
2, 3.
I won't do it. It doesn't feel good.
Just sign that right here. Come on.
Dick, listen to me. I can't do it.
I gave you $100 once before, as I recall. Right there.
Dick.
Come on.
Stop it.
Ed, go back to the bed and lay down, huh? Come on. Not now, later. Go on.
Do you think it'll work? Can we get by with it?
Ed, go back to the bed and lay down. I don't want to talk about these things now.
Oh, listen. Oh, man.
Ed,
I'll make a bargain
Ed,
with you.
leave me alone.
I'll make a bargain
you're
with you.
bothering me at the moment.
Well, I'll go to
Will
the
you
bank with
respect
you.
that for the moment?
I'll go to the bank with you, but you have to carry it. I don't want to touch that thing.
All right, that's a deal.
Okay?
Yes. Taking that partner, okay?
After World War II, the GI Bill made it possible for me to go to the Manhattan School of Music. I was a good cellist already. I'd been playing the cello since junior high school. Well, my wife, in many ways, was a disappointment to me because she ran off just before I was supposed to get a degree in musicology. And to me, I still don't understand that. And even my son, the birth of my son, was a disappointment because what it did was it upset the business of studying for the master's degree. You know, I haven't seen him now for about 20 years, and then I started to get kind of conscience-stricken, so I phoned him. First time that I'd communicated in any way, tried to communicate with him for a long time. So I offered to take him to Death Valley, you know, to take him on a vacation with me. And it turned out to be a kind of a, that was also a kind of a come down because he couldn't do anything about it. He thanked me kind of formally and said no, that his mother, or my former wife, had cancer.
Skip, I want you to be the producer, okay? And Dick.
Yes, sir.
I'd like you for the assistant director. All right?
All right.
Good.
And I'm your man, right?
Excuse me?
I'm your man, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, listen. Why don't we wait until we're finished, when we've finished the auditions, you know? And then what we're going to do is choose the one that's best for the part, see? And I think you have a very good chance.
A chance?
A good chance.
A chance? That part is mine. I'd better get that part.
What do you mean?
I committed a crime for you. I forged your sister's name so you could get the money, and I could go to jail for that. To jail. Do you understand? This film is just as much mine as it is yours.
Yeah, but...
Maybe more.
Look.
I'm going to get that part. I'm going to get it, or you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Okay, now wait a minute. I don't think you understand the situation. What we're doing may not be a literal remake of or of the film, you know. And so, as we go along, we haven't planned that
I don't
part
care.
yet.
I just want to know if I have that part after what I've done. Am I or me?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Maybe this is getting into something personal again, but is your son, Willie Walker, going to have anything to do with this production?
No. I haven't seen him.
That's what you don't understand is that his son, Willie Walker, hasn't had anything to do with him in many years.
Well, that's enough.
I mean, he's neglected him, and he has not been responsible to Ed as a father. This is off the record, by the way.
Come on now.
Come on now. I really think you ought to just leave that aside.
She can understand this. It doesn't have
to be explained. I'm just thinking of the production. I don't want you to get upset and excited emotionally.
I'm not upset and excited.
It's just those kinds of questions.
What do you...
You just stick to questions about the production.
She's grown up.
If you want to get into politics, get into politics, but leave the son alone, if you would, please.
Now, let's ask about some of the characterization in the film. I've looked at the script a little bit. All the characters seem extremely complex. Would you like to talk about some of the characterization in the film?
Well, to me, the whole thing is absurd. Because the greatest song, one of the greatest songs in all of American musical literature, you know what it is?
What's that?
Old Man.
What does that song mean?
And even now, when I try to think, what is the name? What's the name of the guy who sings Old Man in the thing? One of the great songs of American music is sung by a stevedore, a black stevedore.
Well, do you see this film then as having some sort of social intention, some kind of political consciousness?
It was a breakthrough in its time, yeah. You know, at least you didn't have the, you know, can-can girls going up and down, everything like that. At least you had some kind of realism. And so, in a sense, it's my ambition. I'd like to, and I haven't quite settled it. I'd like to bring the stench of death to the musical comedy.
Hi, I'm an unemployed housewife. Well, not really. You see, my old man, he kind of walked out on me. Well, you know, I really thought we had something going. I really did. Oh, I used to drink a little, but it wasn't anything really big. I mean, I never had a hangover. I just stayed drunk. I guess the only time I looked good to him was on Halloween.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Would you like to try it?
Right here?
Yeah. Could you do that? This is from,
My name is Bermuda Schwartz. My name is Lottie Da. And you're not going to believe this, but... You made the people come, smell so swell. So who am I to say too strong? But still, you made me pants too long. Mick Jagger would love to be that savior, but it ain't him. No. The rock and roll star in his highest state of grace would be the new savior, rocking to Bethlehem to be born. You know what I mean?
Sure as a star, wherever we are, wherever. Oh, that's too high. Can you make it lower? When tears are in your eyes, I will dry them. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough. It's only It's only a trailer in Paradise Park. I'll live there in sunshine and also the dark. And I'll sing me a tune at midnight or noon. And the landlord can tell me just when I can groove. I'll practice the trumpet and fiddle a bit. I'll play the piano and write me a hit. And the neighbors won't care if I sing like a lark in a trailer in Paradise Park. So they wouldn't let me sing at the office. Me. And I had worked my ass off for that corporation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry. That's all. Very, very
Love. L is for love is love. O is for oh, what love. V is for victory.
walk away with victory. E is for Earth, the mother of love. Love, love, love. The next one is titled Love Is. Love is the beauty of intelligence. Love is the basic truth. Love is respect. Love is freedom. Love is the ultimate power of the universe. Love is the shape of Mother Earth, hard, pop. 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 Love is. Love is.
And right now, my heart is beating very strongly because I enjoy being up before you and loving you, and I hope that you love me too. What I'd like to do is just kind of improvise in regard to some of what I've seen tonight. And a lot of what we're experiencing and a lot of people are experiencing around us. When we come into the world, everything is very quiet. When we are in our mother's womb, everything is very quiet. And what I'd like to do right now is simply present to you a little act of love. Notice the scene here on the wall. As a little baby just starting after an act of love, about a period of 9 months, we're back here, and we start getting thrust forward to go through the road of life. And as we look a little closer, we see the trees, and they're outstretched, and they're a little scary, and maybe that's a little warning. But anyway, we don't have much to say about it because at about 9 months, we're about ready to be ejected from our mother's womb. Everything is quiet. But all of a sudden, some bastard hits us on the ass to hear us cry! Ah! Then we go to school, and people yell at us. And our mothers and our fathers yell at us. And our brothers and our sisters yell at us. And worst of all, we start yelling at them. And it doesn't end just in the home. As soon as we go out into the street, we get to hear more of that fantastic, beautiful noise. Streetcars, airplanes, everything that you can imagine, they're driving you crazy! Sometimes you wish even though you're an artist and you love the people, that you didn't have to get on the stage and do a damn thing. But just stand there and say, I'm me, and I love you, and I wish the world would freeze. I wish everything would stop, and there was no life.
Thank you.
She gave him the money to pay her bail, but he left her flat in the county jail. Here it comes. You ready? Are you ready? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Dowdy, dowdy.
Thank you.
You did all right. I wasn't even finished, mister.
That ends in ourselves as far as the story.
Thank you very much. Sorry.
All right, how you doing? I just got off from work.
I drive a bus in the city here. I'm from the city, and right now I'm just going to go into transaction, is what I call it. I'm the only human in the world at this particular time that can go into transaction. Everyone is capable of going into transaction. That means sort of another dilemma and another world. So it'll take me about 30 seconds to go in my transaction, then I'll sing whatever comes out.
Hello, everybody. My name is May.
I drive a bus in the city. Oh, I've studied Caruso,
And I studied Aldino too.
la la.
Each night we have a quarrel. It almost breaks my heart. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager? Why must I be a teenager? In love.
I know the answer to our dilemma. No more dilemmas. I have found the puzzle. I have solved it. We're all in a dilemma because we don't know who we are. But I have found the answer. We're all the same. We are just unique. Read B.F. Skinner. Read anyone you may. You will find the answer too.
For we all are the same.
There's no difference, not really.
Dance Street with Francis and Anna. Okay. Go.
Well, we've only been doing this dance, it's true, for 5 years.
I'd like to know about, what is your dream about dancing?
We've
What
had a
would you
dream
like
to be with
happen?
Lawrence Welk, is what we wanted to do, to get on his program, to show all the people in the world, what can be done when you love music and give it everything that people can do like we do. We give it all we have.
Hi, Ed. How you doing? Didn't think you were coming. Your sister, Ed, said you went camping. I saw you on the new news, though. You're getting to be quite a celebrity. Ooh. Well, there it is. There's a little beauty. Yeah, have you seen the news yet? They showed some of the acts that you shot last night.
On Cuba?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was on 2 channels at noon. Some of those acts. You know, I knew you were going to do a film, but I didn't have any idea that you could use acts like that in a remake of unless it's some other You canceled last week to go camping. You must do a lot of camping. Okay. Well, we'll have you taken care of here in just a minute. You know, I've always been interested in show business. Of course, you know that. Every time you come in, I do my little Weber and Fields for you. This must be the place. Hey, that's pretty good. Maybe we can make up an act ourselves. Okie dokie. Your sister said that your son's back in town. There you go. Okay, just keep it there. Hang in there, hang in there. Just a little while longer. You're all right? Okay, now close down.
There's a man named Willie Walker who's in the waiting room and wants to see Mr. Nyland.
Hold it. We're cementing this in now. Hold it. Mr. Walker?
Yes.
All right, you keep that still there until I come back. Excuse me.
Tomorrow's really going to be hard.
I'm tired.
You're right.
Boy.
Oh,
I'm very
boy.
tired.
Hello.
How you doing?
Okay. How you been?
Good. My seat. What's the matter on it? Isn't this run good enough for you anymore?
What the hell's wrong with you tonight?
My pleasure. Wow. You know, that Willie Walker, you know, I always I have to keep not calling him Billy. Willie Walker, my own flesh and blood. You should have heard what the ideas that he gave me
Ed, we did a lot of
for
nice
making
things tonight,
Ed,
we just, 1 second. We did a lot of nice things tonight, I want to tell you. We filmed them, and some of them were just great.
The thing was that he wants me to think of this purely in documentary terms. Now, one of the things that was really nice about it, you know, I've told you about this touch of death, smell of death that I was doing on. That was just a kind of a strong idea to hang on to, you know. I was going to shape it.
Yeah.
And Willie straightened me out. He really did it.
That's real nice. I had that idea a week ago.
The documentary idea.
I guess my timing was off, huh?
The documentary, don't interrupt.
Really, today it's a good idea. Last week it's not good.
He told me about Tippy Stewart, supposed to be one of the best documentary men. He's down in Louisiana now, and he's going to bring him up.
Tippy Stewart I knew personally. I told you about him 3 months ago when we first discussed the idea.
I don't remember that.
You have a convenient loss of memory, I think, huh? Listen,
Willie's idea.
A few hours ago,
you guys finish your argument,
able, you know,
I'll talk to you, huh?
Yeah, see. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I want to talk about that deal that we had.
Up until a few weeks ago, or up until a few hours ago, Willie Walker was nothing but a Hollywood plastic man. Now what's happening? He comes by here.
He's helping me.
Will I repeat what you told me about Willie Walker?
I don't want it. Just let it go. If you can't relax now, you know, just stop.
I'm relaxed. I'm relaxed. You're screaming, and
I'm excited because I got some good ideas from it. I liked it.
That's great.
You know?
That's great.
It was swell.
Okay, look. Maybe tomorrow night we'll discuss this a little more or something, huh? I mean, I think maybe we should relax a little bit. Or maybe I think maybe there's not enough room on the set for the 3 of us, huh?
You're probably right.
At California Hall.
David Louie, Channel 7 News Scene. Tonight's the last night if you really want to get in on that new movie version of It's there at 7 o'clock in the California Hall. That's Turk and Polk Streets in the Tenderloin. And I bet you'll have to race Jim Dunbar there, because he's always wanted to take the stage, right?
I always have.
Do you find that it's hard to get back into your own personality?
I play myself every minute of the day, and if they think I'm somebody else, that's their business.
It all started when I had this fear of whipped cream, and I decided to overcome it. I should just squirt it all over my body, you know. And my next goal is to overcome my fear of potato chips.
I first started out singing and dancing. Then I teamed up with a girl partner who was really fat and a great comedian. So we toured around the country, and she married the leader of the band. So I had to get a new nightclub act, and I wanted to do something different. So I went into this.
What kind of relationship do you have with the snake?
Well, I consider him my friend. He's a pet to me. He's not just something to dance with, but he makes a very wonderful pet.
Do you think he has a distinct personality?
Oh, yes. He's, I know what he's going to do and which way he's going to move and whether he's happy or unhappy.
Do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie him in a knot? Can you tie him in a bow? Can you sling one over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Do your ears hang low?
candidate for mayor of San Francisco, and part of my platform is, if elected, I intend to walk around this city completely nude to prove that there's nothing obscene, pornographic, or indecent about my body or anyone else's body. The nude body is a work of art created to admire, adore, and appreciate. And it's time that people stopped hiding behind clothes.
Well, do you think that there's any contradiction in that? Your clothes are so colorful and so pleasing to look at.
Yes, but they're all part of experiments. I'm into experiments concerning nuclear energy, telepathy, and some very advanced things through the use of drugs. I advocate the use of drugs by everyone. I'm becoming super intelligent and advancing into evolution at a more rapid rate than the rest of the population. I'm attempting to set up a psychic institute for other people advancing at a more rapid rate.
Well, would you direct your superintelligence to the group of people in this room and tell us what you think of them? What do you think of the people who are gathered here tonight?
Well, I haven't seen the entire group perform, and I won't be able to stick around very long because I'm going to a group of world citizens, so I'd rather not make an evaluation.
$100 plate dinner?
No, I don't have. I'm a very rich man, but I have no money.
Have you gotten those questions more resolved in your mind now?
Yes. One of the questions that I wanted to ask is if a musical comedy is an inherently bourgeois form.
Have you made any decisions on that yet?
Yes, it is.
And it is an inherently bourgeois form?
Yes.
And so what can we do about that?
I think there should be a little more self-reflexiveness in the acts. I would like to see the people have a little more knowledge about what it is they're doing, and for the people in the production crew to have slightly more, I don't want to say humanistic, but a slightly more conscious attitude about their relationship to the people in the auditorium.
Thank you very much, Constance. I think we have to cut away now. We'll wait just a second till the applause calms down. We're having quite an evening here at the auditions. JC, would you just bring me up to date on your career real briefly? What have you been doing the last 10 years since I saw you at the Major?
10 years, I had a stroke in '66 on November the 26th.
Right after I saw you there.
I stayed in Gunahana Hospital for 5 years. I came out. I went to therapy for the rest of 3 years, and I started back playing in '74. And so now here I am trying the best I can.
Into LA, evening sun was going down. I beat my way in LA, see there, evening sun going down. I tried to get me a new job, they turned me down. I caught a train out of LA, it was 16 coaches long. I caught it not LA, see there, 16 coaches long. I did not know where it was gone, so they see hang right on. Now here I am in San Francisco, and I'm doing best I can. Here I am right now. but I got me a story to tell about that blue highwayman. Rocks were my mother and father's pillow, cold ground wall they did, blue sky wall they blanket, moonlight wall they spread, but I'm not ashamed, ain't that new? I'm the man, born with blues. I'm head on, I'm having to. Yes, I'll always live with blues. Watching every woman's face, that's a child. Never pass. Not to think love will last. She said, love, love, love. Now you can't bring me love, love, all right now. Baby, it's all right now. Yes, it's yeah, all right now. Honey, it's all right now. All right, all right.
Willie, where are the cigarettes?
Over here.
Can I have one, please?
Sure. Would you like a menthol or a menthol?
It doesn't matter, does it? Think Magnolia smokes in bed?
Well, if it was a French movie, maybe. Something a little European.
Oh, maybe Magnolia wouldn't be in bed. See?
I don't know. I don't know about this Magnolia stuff. I just came up here.
What do you mean? How about it?
I mean, you're taking this whole thing pretty serious, this movie business, aren't you?
Sure. I mean, this is a pretty big part. I mean, Magnolia is a very fascinating character.
God. Let me tell you something. This isn't even a real movie. I mean, it couldn't possibly be a real movie.
Which movie? This movie?
That's right.
What do you mean it's not a real movie?
My father is, cannot make a movie on the budget he has. This is the movie, what you see here. I mean, the auditions are the movies. There is no Magnolia. There's no Magnolia.
I mean, you're trying to tell me that your father is just having all those people come down there just for nothing?
It's his last dream. It's a last gasp, you know? It's like the most expensive home movie ever made. Everybody involved in this city at this audition is like a big family to him. I mean, it's not professional at all. There's nothing there. It's not going to be shown in any theaters. How could it be?
My name is Billy Barksdale. Hi, Billy. Hi. I love the name Billy. My dad's was the same, Billy. I love the way they laugh and say, how silly to call that girl Billy. Baffles them all, Billy. For after all, Billy, they think it's so queer that a girl should appear Their illusions I fear I destroy. Here is the reason my name's Billy. My parents expected a boy.
That's right, and I'm a space-age comedian, and I do metaphors of the future. This first one is my impression of the typical Martian freeway at rush hour.
Of talents does he have?
Excuse me.
He really doesn't have any talent, actually.
Do you have an extra
He
pair?
just thinks he does.
My sister thought I was nuts, but I was not nuts.
Okay, Skip, why didn't you pull her off? Skip, why didn't you pull her off?
I wasn't even watching what she was doing. I just wasn't watching.
Well,
Not so much as other people, but victims have a right to life, too. Victims have a right to life, too.
What to you constitutes a victim?
Excuse me, we have another entrant. Think so? Just one more. Here. Well, Marion, about victims. There are a lot of victims. I think we're all victims, basically. I'm certainly a victim, and you seem to have been a victim.
Well, I don't consider that. I mean, that's a pleasure.
I'm gonna dance, gonna fly. I'll take a chance, riding high. Before my number's up, I've got to fill my cup. I'm gonna live until I die.
Stage is the closest paradigm to death that we have yet found.
I see. So everyone in this room is essentially a death freak.
Yes, right. Waiting their turn to die.
Waiting.
By the numbers.
I'll take 106.
because she doesn't fit into... I mean, look at the songs. Look at this. What is she going to sing, you know? I mean, there's no song in there for a woman playing a piano to sing, you know? I mean, there's nothing there for her.
So you've absconded from your creative potential.
You keep accusing me.
Yeah? Well, maybe that's because I feel like if I would like to sing for you,
why don't you go
sing?
Why not?
Because you don't want me, and I know that already.
How do you know that?
I know that because your eyes are closed, and because your head is closed, and your heart is closed. And everybody connected with this piece has been closed. They've been closed from the beginning. It's been complete take from all these people. And you don't even know what you've taken. You haven't even gained anything, and you've taken.
Well, okay, I'll
fool's gold.
I'll tell you the truth then. I'll tell you the truth right here.
Okay, I'd really like to hear the truth.
I've felt very much like a traitor to my own profession.
Well,
you know,
I hope so.
From the beginning of this whole thing, because here I am. I'm an actor who's been hired to perform the role of a producer. You know, I sit at this table, a table that I've been on the other side of 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll admit it was maybe an ego trip on my part. You know, in the beginning, I thought, yeah, you know, revenge. I can get on the other side of that table and I can tell those people, fuck off. You know, fuck off my stage, just like a lot of directors have told me to do.
Listen, this is a movie, right? This is a movie that they're making. I'm in it. They told me they were going to pay me, right? Everything I did on this stage was set up. This guy running the camera right here, he's the director, not this man down here. You think he's a director? He's not the director. He is no more a producer than I am a horse. Listen, I want you to know that I'm pissed off that I had to tell everybody I am fucking tired of listening to all these people getting fucked up. I want you to know you're the one. I want you to direct. You're going to direct me. You wrote me a part of the script. I sat around here for 9 hours. I didn't do anything. I'm sick and fucking tired of this. And I want you to know, this man right here, see, takes a picture of me because he's going to use it in a movie and he's going to make money off of me, off of you.
Let that go now. You came here to audition for That's exactly what you're doing. If your act is good and we need it, we'll use you. And if there's money made, you'll make it too, not just us.
Is he lying?
I don't know.
Who's telling the truth here?
The thing is, who is telling the truth? Who tells the truth about anything?
He just told me that this is the show and this is the boat. Is this the show and is this the boat?
This is the show and this is the boat.
And what the fuck is the boat?
They're not responsible enough for themselves that you have to have this fucking guy up here.
Who are these guys? They all look like drug addicts.
This guy, no, this guy's the assistant director right here. This guy is the director. I don't know who this dude is over here. I don't know what
Are you
he's
telling
doing.
me the truth? Who really is the director? Who really is the producer? Who's paying for this?
All I'm asking you, has there been something else like this in San Francisco where you could come in off the streets and show whether you had a talent, whether you had some kind of glory in your soul? Tell me. Should we end it then?
It's the best. No! Relax to go. Take it off!
How many of you don't care what happens to you here? How many of you don't care what's done with your images that are taken here? Do any of you care what happens to you anymore?
Are there any of you who are not responsible enough for themselves that you have to have this fucking guy up here asking you if you can take care of yourselves or not?
I'm sorry. I'm going to call the auditions and stop them. No more.
Fucking Z. It's not her fault. We didn't tell her about the telephone call. Yeah. Well, I want
wonder how Ed's taking all this.
You're the movie people, aren't you? What kind of movie are you making?
It's a musical comedy.
Huh.
Yeah. The Stench of Death.
Oh, that's funny. I just saw a movie the other night, The Duchess of Malfi. It was an Elizabethan tragedy. 14 players are killed in the end.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the final scene. The head spy, Borsello, walks in, and he walks up to the Duke, Ferdinand, and he says, "Hi, Duke." And he gets it right, the Duke is... The Duke can't breathe, but the Duke was prepared for him. He says, "How you doing, Borsey?" Zips it up, and Borsello is walking around. In walks the Cardinal. Dominus, blah, 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 blah. You know, then wham! Ooh! And the Cardinal begins to reel. The Cardinal exhales, you know. That's the Cardinal, you know, as Borsello is jabbing it into his groin. And the Cardinal says, "You son of a bitch! I could have gotten it."
Who's that?
I just came to get my things.
Hold it.
I don't have time.
There's something we haven't told you. Ed's dying of cancer.
That's the Borsello, you know, bounces off the... You know what I mean? And he says, and the Cardinal walks over him and says, "That asshole, I got him that time." And then the Duchess comes in and, you know, of course, you know, she's being strangled. They had one person on one side, one on the other, and... Do you understand how the thing, it develops? It's like Borsello at the bam, and then the Cardinal, and the Giovanna. And she's swaying back and forth because they got one guy's holding the string on this end, the other guy's holding it on this end. You know? You don't know.
Hey, listen to this. Hey, oh, listen. You gotta hear this. I got a call from a guy.
Ed.
Yeah, thanks very much, Dick. Listen, I got a call. A guy wants to give me $250,000, and we're going to go to New York, Atlanta, Memphis, everything. The whole thing is broken open now. We've busted through the sound barrier, right? And we can do anything we want. See, everything's there. I just got a call.
We heard you, Ed, the first time. We also called the library, Ed. We spoke to Miss Burris.
Why didn't you tell us you were sick, Ed? I think we ought to talk about that.
Why are you asking me?
You're dying, Ed. You must have some feelings about it.
Dying? Look at you. Shooting all that heroin into your system and everything like that, into your veins.
This is cocaine, Ed. It's for the nose, not the arm.
Oh, we had an understanding. You're ruining your body. You're just dragging yourself down.
Ed, don't worry about
me. What are you doing?
Don't worry about
what
me,
are you doing
Ed.
to yourself?
I couldn't take it.
What are you doing to yourself?
I couldn't take it, Ed.
Couldn't take what?
Don't worry about me. I mean, what do you want from me?
I want you to finish.
What?
I don't know whether I can finish.
You're crazy.
It's my legacy to you.
You're crazy. This is your film, Ed. Your film. You die, it dies.
No. No, that's wrong.
Period.
Perhaps I should explain something. Ostensibly, I, Ed Nyland, was the director of Showboat in 1988. Well, of course, that wasn't really true. The real director of it and the organizer of it was a fellow named Rick Schmidt. And he actually did the camera work and did all the production and all of the directorial work, all the planning. And it always seems as if in my life, when I do important things or interesting things, I only do it because I'm reluctant, and then someone kind of pushes and shoves or pulls or yanks me over there to do it. So the upshot of it is that I still work at the library. I haven't seen my son, and my relationship with my former wife has just stayed the same it was. No communication. So I think that probably the best ending would be to show somehow that life goes on and someone else will be coming along and will be taking these risks and making the rainbow, doing the dangerous thing. And so it would be nice if it just continued to show that there's a flow and that it's always happening and it always must happen to human beings who are really alive.